So as you can hear, it's a super rainy day here in Asheville. I'm in my office, but I've got a skylight and it's gonna seem pretty loud. I'm gonna try to keep my message brief. Today is the full moon in Leo, and of course, as we know, Leo is the archetype of leadership and standing in your power and being extremely communicative, standing in your authenticity, right? Like standing unapologetically in it. And we also have Uranus squaring this lunation. So my motto today is gonna be fuck it, why not? And that's the message today is fuck it, why not, right? If you are struggling with something with yourself, with your identity, with the way that you show up in the world, the way that you show up in romantic relationships, friendships, or your family, and if your version, mind you, like this doesn't excuse like naughty behavior and ignorance, right? But if your expression of who you are makes other people uncomfortable, or if it makes them say something about you or try to edit who you are, the embodiment of this lunation is quite literally fuck it, why not? During a time when we are, let's be honest, being scrubbed from history, right? We're in this moment right now where women are being scrubbed in leadership from websites, and trans people are being scrubbed from everything for whatever fucking reason. That queer people are having fear instilled in us that they're coming for us next, and I know that a lot of people, spiritual women like me, witches, are also talking about the fact that the Christian right, has us on the list next, whatever it is, the way that you need to show up and the way that you are right now in a world and infrastructure where we are being scrubbed, fuck it, why not? Show up. The thing that you should not do is kowtow to this movement. You should not hide yourself or, to be honest with you, it's hard not to live in fear. But if you are, I want you to take that fear and try to alchemize it into something different. But I promise you, the more authentic you are, you're going to see the people who surround you with their love and acceptance, and also the people who fall away in their fear-based ignorance, or also just fall away because they're not spiritually evolved as you are. Let it happen, like let them. Fuck it, why not is truly my mantra for today. And I will say this is, I'm gonna pull some tarot on it, but there's also Uranus, the planet Uranus is squaring this lunation right now, which is going to introduce you with a really uncomfortable lesson that's gonna force you into this modality. Like it's going to show you, oh, that's pretty. Oh my God, I love this reading. It's gonna show you just exactly like where in your life that you're like really not working on, or that you need to show more lean more authentically into. It's going to introduce you. So for example, between yesterday, today, and maybe the next 2 or 3 days, you're going to feel this like upsurgence of like this energy of like, you're going to be dealt a hand, and you're going to be faced with a scenario where you're going to have to show up as yourself authentically, and you're going to have to face a fear, right? For example, for me, yesterday, I had a big thing come up in my, the way that I attach to my romantic partners. And I have a general fear around the way that I show up in a relationship, because historically in the past, every time that I have asked for something that I need in a relationship, or anytime I've said like, hey, I feel like there's something wrong, I think there's something off, can we communicate about it? Can we go see a therapist about it? I've always been met with either disdain, or I've been met with someone laughing at me or saying that I needed to see a therapist, not them. I mean, my needs have always been diminished. And it's been a big thing for me to learn how to communicate in a relationship in general. And so I had to kind of come forward and be really uncomfortable and give myself the grace to say what I needed to say, regardless of however my partner is going to receive it. And like, really glad that it was received well and processed and received with love. But it took me a lot to get to that place yesterday, and it was a really big lesson for me to learn, and I've been thinking about it all day. But it's not just that. Like the Uranus square is going to be what brings up that lesson in your life that you need to show up more authentically in. But globally, why the fuck not? if people around you choke on their on your authenticity, then that's the way that it's meant to be, right? I'm a psychic medium and a channeler, and I'm also a witch, and I'm queer, and the way that I show up in the world is in a way a lot of people either scratch their heads at, or they don't know what to make of, or the right people around me are like, oh my God, like I get you, like we love you, whatever, you're a good person. Like you just have to realize that anything that you feel that you have to hide behind right now, you need to pull out and pull forward. And that is the true lesson right now during this very strange month in February of like the absence of energy, is dig out the things that you are afraid of within yourself and fucking let that flag fly, okay? So in the first energy, it's Ace of Swords, which is it's the embodiment of mastering your traumas. You know, swords to me are trauma. And it's like mastering the really hard life lessons. When you get that ace card, it's like you're at this point where you have the opportunity to not sit in this trauma anymore. You have the opportunity to learn from this lesson and to grow from it. Now, the challenge is giving yourself the grace to move through it, right? Six of Wands is very much this energy of wands are passion. You know, it's like when you're coming into your authenticity, you have to like give yourself the passion to do it. It's like you have to draw it out of yourself. No one's going to do it for you. But this card gives you the grace to be kind with yourself and to gently kind of move through it as you're moving through this energy. And then I love this card, but the outcome of this energy is the Eight of Cups, where it's you walking away from what does not serve you. It's like you, as you see, this bird is like leaving, the clouds are clearing, like cups are emotion. It's about you walking away from whatever doesn't serve you. If you in any way are editing yourself and making yourself smaller to accommodate other people, I want you to really test the waters right now. This is the perfect time to do it. And the fuck it, why not mentality is, I want you to come full into your authenticity, play with what that looks like, come out into the world in a way that is meaningful to you. Because guess what? Like, if you are hiding from the world, you're doing yourself a disservice, right? And I'm not talking about, you know, during a time where our government is making it very unsafe for us as people to exist unless you're a certain type of person. I'm not talking about putting yourself in danger. I'm just saying show up authentically in who you are. That is the lesson of this lunation specifically, is figure out your authenticity. And to be honest with you, if anyone comes at you on it or says anything about it, like fuck them, right? It's like walk away, they are not for you. You need to find yourself right now, and that's what's most important. So authenticity is key this lunation. Good luck. And honestly, I would love to hear anyone's stories, because that Uranus square kicks you straight in the gut. You know, seriously, it's wild. But thank you guys.